Are you looking for a way to make dumb devices smart? Do you want to control your Wyze outlet with your Wyze Band? Stay tuned and I'll show you how to do this. Welcome to another edition of Tech Bites with Ron Nutter, your home for all things relating to smart home technology. In this episode, we're going to talk about how to implement the Wyze outlet in your smart home. Hi, I'm Ron Nutter, and we're going to be working on this together. This content is also available as an Amazon flash briefing or podcast. Please go to techbiteswithronnutter.com for more information. For any items mentioned in this episode, there are affiliate links in the description. If you click on these links, I will get a small commission, but that won't affect the price you pay for the item. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe now and enable notifications. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on the like button, thumbs up. Now, here's what we're going to be covering. First, we're going to be going over the unboxing and setup of the Wyze outlet. Then we're going to show and work through the process of integrating the operation of the Wyze outlet with your Wyze Band. And then we'll show about getting it to work with Alexa. Now let's get started. Well, now we're going to get to the part that I know everybody's just been on the edge of their seats to do. And we're going to get started with the unboxing and initial setup of the Wyze outlet. If I can get to the right button there. Now, this is very compact, and you can only buy this, at least at the time of this video, in a 2-pack. So really, that's not bad, because trust me, if you've got one in use, you're going to find a way to use another one. So it's not a problem there. So we'll just get to the right to the unboxing there. And there's a nice little quick start guide, but which of us ever needs a quick start guide? So we'll go over here and we'll get one of them out here. And I've already kind of gotten a little ahead of the game here. And there is a plastic wrap all around this to protect the plastic from getting scratched. Why, I don't know, but there is. So this is what you're looking at. Like I said, the nice thing is it doesn't block the outlet. So we'll just swing our trusty power outlet right over here. But I'm just gonna, and now I'm not even going to plug it in because I'm getting ahead of the game here. Get into the Wyze app on your smartphone. So we'll start the process here just like we did with the Wyze Band. We'll tap on the plus sign. We'll go to add a device. And then we'll go down here to Wyze plug. Plug it in to the outlet. And then we're going to put it into pairing mode. Right now you just see it blinking. So we're going to hold it 1000, 2, 1000, 3, 1000. Okay, we'll blink once it's in pairing mode. So we'll tap on next. Now, you need to remember that when you are in pairing mode, when you're getting ready to put it on your network, you cannot put it on the 5 gigahertz range. So I'll select my 2.5 one, and it already knows the password from having associated another device. And it says connect to your plug. There we go. Of course, it's not going to get an internet connection, but okay, that's fine. We'll keep the Wi-Fi connection. Okay, connected without internet. So it says connecting. It says it could take a minute. Okay, well, let's define a minute. Ah, it's happy. Okay. So we'll call this something imaginative here. I'll just call it plug. Actually, we'll put it on fan. We'll just say fan, because that will make more sense here in a moment. I've never been one for coming up with good names. I will say up front, what you should do is think about, if you don't already have not a magic marker, but a labeling machine, label these devices as you put them in service, especially if you're going to end up having more than one of them. And even if you're not going to have more than one of them, it's going to help troubleshoot, and you remember what name you gave the device, so it's not showing up. Just makes life a little bit easier. So we've got that, and we'll say, well, no, we're not going to call it fan 1. We'll just call it fan. And then we'll click finish. We'll share the device later. Now we've got our Wyze Band in place, but before you can do anything with it, we've got to go back into the smartphone app to make sure that we've got some things ready to go. So let's switch over here to smartphone app, and we will go to Wyze Band, and we will go down here to the little star, which is the shortcuts, and we'll go into shortcuts. We've got to go actually create a couple of shortcuts. Before we can do anything on the Wyze Band, we've got to make sure that we've got this ready to go. What we'll do here is we'll tap on create a new shortcut, and we'll add an action, say fan. We will turn it on. Okay, save. And we've got to give it a name, so we'll call it fan on. Don't worry about getting too descriptive with the names, because remember, you're going to have a very small display space to work with on the Wyze Band. So now that we've got that, we've got a way to turn it on. Now we'll go through here. We'll now set up a way to turn it off. So we'll type fan off. We'll click plus for add action. We'll select the fan outlet and we'll say turns off, and we'll save. Now that you've got the shortcuts created, you've got to make them available. Otherwise, the Wyze Band won't know that it's there. So it's just a matter of tapping on the plus sign beside each of the shortcuts, and you're allowed up to 10. So if you've got a bunch of Wyze devices, you're going to have to decide which are the most critical to control via the band. Now, it's not real clear, but there's a save button up here you got to go tap on. It's grayed out like it's not there, but trust me, you need to do it. So let's switch over here. If we go back and we'll just scroll up here and shortcuts, there they are. Let me actually turn off that light because I think my overhead lights are causing a problem with it not being okay. Well, I got a new camera coming, folks, so trust me, it's going to work. So you see those short descriptions that we put on, tap on fan on, and you just saw the little bulb coin that was up off the side. So when you're ready to turn it back off, and you actually, there's a haptic feedback on this, so you will see it that it's going to vibrate a little bit. So there's your feedback that it is actually working. Now we'll move on to setting this up to where you can do voice control with Alexa. You can do voice control on the smart band right now, but that's only because it knows about the device. But we've got to fully enable it so that all of your Alexa devices will know, because we're actually enabling the skill between the Wyze devices and the Alexa ecosystem. Now is when we get to integrate what you've done with Wyze so far into the Alexa ecosystems. So notice I'm using the word ecosystem a lot. Well, everybody's got their own distinct little group of apps or services. So now we got to get everybody to mesh and talk together. So what we're going to do is switch over here. We'll go into the Alexa app, since it wouldn't let us do it from there.
I don't know that one.
And I'll hit the mute button on Alexa so we can do what we need to do here. So skill. And then we will do Wyze. Silly me that I thought I could do this all via voice command. And I realize for security reasons, there probably is not a way. There's probably a reason why they don't want you to do this. Okay, so we will enable to use. And now it's going to ask for the account credentials, and we'll get those entered. Okay, now I've got the account credentials already entered, so it's up to a point where we're going to have to accept, and we'll do that. Now we'll close this window because Alexa has to scan the area, and we can either have it tell it to scan, or we can just say discover devices. And this is the part that it's going to seem like it takes forever, but it really shouldn't. Of course, the more devices you have it talking to is it's going to take just maybe a little bit longer. And as soon as we get the go ahead, I will take Alexa off mute. As I've learned, I have to kind of have Alexa not listen to things while we're doing setup, or you start hearing it chattering all the time. And just about to get it done here. No new devices found. All right, well, we'll see what happens here. Okay, and take it out of the Alexa app because I don't want the smartphone answering when I've actually got Alexa in place to do just that. So I'll take the mute off. Alexa, fan on.
By the way, I'm still learning about your plug. Is it connected to a light?
No.
Okay, if you decide to connect this plug to a light, you can change its settings in the Alexa app.
Which would then infer that it knows about possibly dimming. So that's going to get you up and running at this point. Let's switch over here to the Alexa app. That's happy. And if we go back to devices, and I don't want all the groups, but we've got plugs, so it should know about that one. So new device, waiting for Wyze. Okay, power is on. So now if we tap on the settings, it will tap plug. Okay, there's why it wants to know whether it's a light or a plug. So that's a good reason to, if you do change what you're going to use it for, because right now I've got it set up just to switch things on and off, which means you won't have any dimming functionality. So as you can see, it's not too hard to get things up and running. It's just a matter of taking your time, and this is a good reason why that one clip you saw earlier where I talk about, an account setup sheet or device setup sheet. That's something that's good to have, because the more devices you had, it's just going to take a little bit longer sometimes to remember what device is doing what, who it's tied into. And it sounds like I'm starting to plan a whole new sheet to help you kind of figure out the logic of things, or keep being able to remember what the logic is, so that you've got this device, it's configured as this, and it's known as this, but it shows up as this in the other app. So I know it sounds confusing, like I'm rattling on. I'm not. You can really kind of get yourself into a little bit of a troubleshooting challenge. But this is where the more you have it documented, the easier it's going to be to make things work. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're going to see videos on the screen that are similar to the one you've just watched, or other content that YouTube thinks you might be interested in. If this video helps you or provides value, please click on that like button, thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, please click on subscribe now and enable notifications. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.